my channel. I'm Edeline France, the reality check coach. And today I'm going to be showing you how I went from this to this in just 3 months, okay? So I lost 15 kg in 3 months, and I did it through consistency, a little bit of strategy, and a positive outlook. And you can do it. It is not difficult, okay? I'm still on my weight loss journey, but it's not really a weight loss journey. It's more of a health journey. I'm just trying to be healthier. I'm just trying to eat healthy. It's a lifestyle change. That's what it is. And I think that that's how you have to look at it. I don't think that if you're looking at it as a weight loss period, or I'm going to do this for 3 months. No, it has to be a whole lifestyle. It's important to understand that food is medicine, and eat in that way. Eat like it's medicine, because it really is. So I'm just going to give you a few steps that I took that really helped me to lose weight. Now, you can call this a glow up body, because it was during the first 3 months of my breakup that I really honed in on it. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this for real this time. So you can call it a revenge body, whatever. But you will need some sort of fuel, okay? And if your fuel is your future body, if your fuel is a holiday, if your fuel is living long, living healthy, being strong for your kids, have a fuel. That I do encourage, because we can all get lazy. You know, motivation is great, discipline is great, but it's always great to have something that you can just remember, okay, look, I'm doing it for this. I'm doing it for this. Step 1, mindset. You have to get your mindset. You need to be positive about this. This is a journey, okay? And it's going to take some mental strength. You have to learn consistency and discipline. And these steps that I'm going to be sharing with you will help you build that discipline, absolutely. But you have to be prepared for it. So you have to understand, okay, I'm going to need discipline. I'm going to need motivation sometimes. I'm going to need a positive mindset. I'm going to need fuel. Like I mentioned, that fuel, the reason, the why that you're doing this. You're going to need these things. And that takes your mind, that takes mental strength. You have to change your whole mindset around food, around health, around gymming, around working out, whatever it is. You have to change your whole mindset. Between now and the time that you actually decide, okay, I'm going to do this, start being more consistent in your life. Things that you tell yourself you're going to do, commit to it. Don't give up. Even if it's little things around the house or small routines that you have in place at the moment that you know you've been lacking, start practicing. Start practicing that consistency by doing those things that you need to do. Consistency is key when it comes to this, because you're not always going to notice the changes. I didn't notice the changes until I started to wear things and they were baggy. I started to see it after 3 months for sure, because I was consistent. Step 2, go in shopping with intention. So when you go food shopping, you have to go there with intention. You're not just going to browse and go around and get whatever. Make a list if you have to. Make a list and go to those spots. I don't go shopping and buy things that I'm going to snack on. I don't buy snacks, because when I'm home and I'm really feeling peckish and I want a snack, I'm not about to run to the shop. I'm just not, because I'm lazy. So, and if I really do run to the shop, then I deserve that snack, because clearly I really want it. But I really encourage that when you're going food shopping, don't buy snacks, don't buy sweets, don't buy crisps, buy nuts, buy fruits, buy yogurts, buy things that you know that if you are really peckish, okay, at least I can have that and it's not the worst. Buy things to put instead of those bad snacks, but even with that, limit those things. Like for me, I have Brazilian nuts, because I know Brazilian nuts are really good for multiple things, including my thyroid. I used to suffer with Graves' disease, and I know it's really important to have Brazilian nuts just to keep thyroid function, along with many other things that it benefits for. So sometimes when I want a crunch, I might want some crunchy. Sometimes it's about the texture, isn't it? Sometimes you just want to be occupied, it's boredom, and you just want a crunchy something. I'll go and get a handful of nuts and I'll crunch on that, and it does satisfy me. And I remind myself in those moments why I'm doing this. And it's really important that when you're going shopping, that you're buying good quality food. And I understand it's quite expensive at times, but if you are managing the way that you eat, which we are about to get to in a minute, then buying higher quality foods that may cost a tad bit more, because it's really not that much difference if you really think about it. It will benefit you in the long run. And make sure you're getting those greens, those veggies. Lower the carb intake. Carbs turn into glucose, and glucose can give you that glucose spike, and that in turn just, I'm not the best with science, but it can do a lot, especially when it comes to weight loss. So reduce the carbs. And I'm not saying no carbs, but reduce it. For me, I have things like greens. I love my spring greens. And what I do is I season it up. I season it up with garlic, onions. I love leeks, peppers, seasonings. Take veg and healthy things. And I add those flavors that I would if I was making a fried rice, for example, so that it tastes delicious. And things like spring greens, things like chickpeas, things like broccoli, these things are quite hearty. And I just make sure that I season those things and make it enjoyable. And then I have a lot of protein. So I may have fish with greens, I may have chicken with greens, I may have a steak with greens, and I make sure that those are good quality. So make sure that when you're going shopping, it's with intention. Understand what foods do what to your body and make sure that you're going to get those foods. There are ways to make healthy eating enjoyable. Just find your way. Step 3 for me is intermittent fasting. That has been a game changer for me. I would recommend you do your own research on fasting, intermittent fasting. Do your own research and really understand it and understand when and how and what you should do. For example, I know it's not good for women to fast around their period. So during my period, I try not to leave such a big gap. But with the intermittent fasting, for me, what I do is I don't eat past 9 p.m. I do try and make it 8, but sometimes with work and certain things, sometimes it might be up between 8 and 9, and I don't eat before 1 p.m. the next day. That's a good 16 hours fast. So that's pretty good in terms of allowing your body to start burning the fat stored, because we have a lot of fat stored. You can imagine, especially if you're trying to lose weight, you've probably got a lot of fat stored. Look, I still do as well, so no shade. I'm just saying we have a lot of fat stored, and it's just allowing your body give the time to actually burn the fat that you already have. If you were in a desert or something and all you had is water, you would be able to live for a little while on the fat that you have on your body. So there is fat stored. I buy better produce and I don't eat as much, so it lasts longer. And it's just been amazing in terms of shedding that weight. Extra time to burn the fat that I already have has been amazing for me. And I think it really did help me within those 3 months. Step 4 would be cutting down alcohol. Look, I know that's not for everybody. If I'm honest, alcohol it's not the best, okay? There's so many reasons why anyone should cut down alcohol. And I'm not saying cut out, I'm just saying cut down, because we now, this generation, like the time that we live in, we drink a lot. We drink too much. It's an everyday thing after work. I used to drink when I was in corporate. I used to drink after work all the time. You can imagine that's every day. And alcohol stops your body from burning fat. We don't need that whilst we're on our health is wealth lifestyle change, you know? We need to do everything we can to burn the fat. So let's not overindulge in alcohol, which is going to stop the hard work that we're putting in. And we all know after a night of drinking, what happens at the end of the night? We go and get a kebab. Do you know what I mean? We go and get some fast food. It makes us have cravings. It makes us overindulge. It makes us want to eat. So that's another reason why alcohol should definitely be cut out. Those first 3 months I didn't drink, and then I did drink for about 2 weeks. But I think I had a lot of drink within that 2 weeks. It was that, I think there was a party, then there was another party. And at both those parties, I felt like I just drank too much. And I just thought, okay, if I can't have discipline when I'm drinking, then let me just cut it out. So I gave myself another 6 months to just clear out my system. And then hopefully I can just get back into a rhythm of actually enjoying drink, but not overdoing it, because that's my issue when I drink. I sometimes overdo it. So it might not be every day, but when I do drink, I'll just overdo it. So I just want to also get into that healthy relationship with alcohol where I don't overdo it and I can just enjoy it. So yeah, so I have cut out alcohol and it's been great. It's been great to have fun lucid, you know, to have fun sober. It's been great to not rely on something to give you the courage, you know, Dutch courage, is that what they call it? I don't need that. I've got the courage within me. And when that's not even an option, it's really good just to rely on yourself and to bring yourself out of your shell. And there's so many benefits to cutting down alcohol, not just weight loss, just mentally, physically, like in terms of your organs, your liver, your body. Alcohol is not very good for you anyway. So there's so many benefits in cutting down alcohol, but in terms of weight loss, it's an extremely helpful aid. Step 5 is working out. Of course, if you're going to lose weight, you have to have some sort of motion. A lot of it is in the foods, and that's why I put the foods first, because I think the mindset changed, the foods, that was imperative for me to start that before I even worked out. And I think that even I was already losing before I started working out regularly. But I did work out, and I didn't overexert myself. I didn't give myself some extremely daunting task. No, I just said I'm going to go often. I'm going to go as often as I can. I think I set myself like 5 days a week at first, which sounds crazy. It doesn't have to be like that for you. Do whatever's good for you. But for me, I started in 5 days a week, and I would just go and I would set myself no time. If I wanted to go for 20 minutes, I went for 20 minutes. If I wanted to go for 30 minutes, I went for 30 minutes. If I wanted to go for 45, an hour, whatever, I just went. That was it. My goal was just to go. Just go and do your best. Sometimes I'll say, oh, I'm just going to do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then I end up being 45 minutes, because sometimes when you start working out, you just get all the juices start flowing and you just want to do it more. Sometimes you're really in a mood, but you don't really know you're in the mood until you're there. So I think it's really important to remember your why at this point when it comes to working out. It doesn't have to be the gym. I always say this: running, walking, hiking, dancing in your living room, yoga, Pilates. You can do that from home. I have a yoga mat. I stretch, I do some yoga before I go to the gym, about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I go to the gym and then I work out. Obviously, now that I'm more consistent, now that it's part of my lifestyle, I do go to the gym more regularly. I do have more of a structure. But at first, I didn't put so much pressure on myself. It was just to go. So I would just say work out, move, exercise, do something, and make it realistic for yourself so that you can do it, so that you can commit. Like I said, if it has to be in your home, make it realistic. If you love dancing, dance. Find some music, find some YouTube workouts and dance, but make sure you're sweating, make sure you're moving, make sure you're, using your full body. So whether that's going down low, dances that have squats in it, really make sure it's something that is making you move and sweat. It's just important to make sure that you find something that works for you. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't do what others are doing. Just exercise in a way that works for you. Number 6 would be to follow a routine. Have a routine in your life. When I set a routine for myself, that really helps me. I have a time I wake up. I have a time I go to the gym. I have a time for when I have my lunch, when I do my work, when I do my YouTube content. There's times for everything. Time to go to bed. I have a bedtime now. Setting these routines allows you to be structured. And what does that build also? Discipline. And it also allows you to be consistent with yourself. Set a routine in your life. It's so important, especially when you're trying to lose weight and be healthier. Because when you're up longer than you should be, because you haven't set yourself a bedtime, what are you going to do? You're going to start snacking. They don't call it a midnight snack for nothing. So set a routine in your life for the fact that it builds discipline, for the fact that it helps with consistency, and for the fact that it helps to not snack. But make sure that you try and commit as much as you can to your routine, because with this lifestyle change, a routine is so important. Step 7, like I said, set a bedtime. Sleep is so important, okay? Sleep is important when losing weight, when trying to be healthier. Sleep is so underrated. A lot of people are sleep deprived, and that's why they put on weight. That's why they're grumpy and have all sorts of emotional issues, mental health issues. Because a lot of people are sleep deprived, We don't take sleep seriously. A lot of people are on their phones all night scrolling and first thing in the morning scrolling. No, that doesn't help. If it's not for the blue light on the phone, as well as the things you're consuming, your mind is overworking. Now what I do at bedtime, 10 o'clock is my bedtime. I put my phone across the room. I put my jazz, because I love to sleep to jazz, and I fade away, okay? I fade away into sleepland. And that works for me. Find a way that you can commit to a bedtime. If you like music, if you like sleep noises, white noise, whatever it may be, nature, find a way and be disciplined with yourself. Put your phone away, the other side of the room, another room. I've got a speaker. Get a speaker so that you can just play the music. Sleep is so important when it comes to this lifestyle change, and it's going to help in many areas of your life. And the last step is stress. Stress management, okay? We all get stressed. We live in a stressful world right now. So many things going on. If it's not, family, friends, work, commitments, there's so much things going on, and it's so stressful. I get it, trust me. Breakups, makeups, money, everything is just stressful. but you have to find a way to combat it. And one of the main ways you can is mindset, having a positive outlook, changing your perception, your perspective on things. You have to change how you think. When you're focused on changing your life, this is what we're doing here, we're changing our lives. When we're focused on changing our life, we have to change our perspective. We have to look at the glass half full rather than half empty. We have to be more positive because there's going to be hard times. And to stay consistent and to stay disciplined, you have to be more positive. That's the only way it's going to work. So when it comes to stress, you have to find ways to combat it. Like I say, before gym, I do some yoga. I do about 10, 15 minutes of stretching, yoga stretches. Breathe. I do my breath work during that time. All of these things help combat stress. I drink chamomile tea often, especially before bed. I take my magnesium, which I think also helps with sleep, and it has helped my anxiety. Magnesium glycinate, I would suggest. And I surround myself with positive people. I have positive conversations. I consume positive things in terms of what I watch, what I read, what I surround myself with, my environment. I take walks sometimes when I'm feeling a bit, maybe I've just been indoors too long and maybe I just need some fresh air. I take walks in nature. Like, find ways that can reduce your stress. But perception change, perspective change, that's a big thing that can help. You have to actively choose to be more positive and fight that negative talk. I really hope those steps help. If you commit to these, if you stay consistent, I'm sure you will get results just like I did. Like I said, I did this in 3 months and I'm still on my journey. I've lost more now just by being consistent. Be positive and things will get better. I really hope you like this video. Please comment down which step you think you're going to struggle with, and maybe I can help you and give you some tips on how not to struggle with it. Comment down any steps you think I missed, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. As usual, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye friends.